hitting, right? People ending up on their backs, all that. The bad news is that's a bad thing, all right? Your back should not be hitting the mat. Again, so the prerequisite for passing a butterfly guard is to put them on their back. So let's fix, before we talk about anything else about butterfly guard, let's talk about preventing somebody from putting us on their back, okay? So, first off, what's my bucks? Who's going to
Get him.
there, right? I offered up something of value, he took it, right? If my butterfly, it's yours. If my butterfly guard is bad, it's like me handing out $20 to him every time he dumps me on the back. Okay? So we need to fix it. And you can help it too. All right. Let's turn this way. So everybody, they basically, they're here, they sit down, they're like, okay, right? Yeah, you dump me on the back, right? And stuff, pushing me over, right? Everybody put their hands down, all that. So you're getting comfortable, that's all good. But the very first thing I want you to do when you sit down for your butterfly guard is scoot your butt back. One of Jay Page's moves. Right? He wants to introduce dance moves. Well, this is my dance move. It's just, all right, it's a bad dance move. But watch what happens. When he pushes on you, all of a sudden, all that pressure is going down into the mats. He's effectively pushing me into the mats. I'm changing my hip structure to do an anterior tilt and looking forward, right? If he is able to push me, he's like sliding me across the floor, right? So I'm comfortable, right? Yeah, we'll get to it. All right.
Earn the mat $20.
All right, the other thing that, when I'm scooting forward like this, now my hands are engaged forward, right? I'm still going to grip him, right? And he's going to do intelligent things, like grab my feet. So even if I have my hips back, he can still grab my feet. I need to solve that. I'm going to give you a couple things here to work with, right? The one is making sure that if they push on you, you don't just fall over. The other is anything, we're doing a grip fighting. He grabs my legs. I want you to grab just above the elbows, right? So go like, whoop. Not exactly something you want to keep on pull, right? And if he's like, hulking out, right? It's like trying to lift a 200-pound kettlebell. As soon as I engage on his elbows here, he's trying to lift a 200-pound kettlebell that's out in front of him. So it either doesn't move, or if it does move, it's going to swing underneath. Right? And this is great, right? You just make stuff up with it. All right, so you've got two things to do. One, scoot your hips back to help your hips tilt forward. You'll feel the difference between just sitting there. If he pushes, right? I don't feel that much pressure going down into the mat right here. Here, he pushes, I feel all that pressure going straight down to the mat. Okay? If he grabs, I grab just above the elbows. All right, everybody got it? All right. So, having good posture, it's just like Chris was saying. If you have good posture, it solves a lot of problems, right? So, if I make my butterfly guard, not this, and looking off into space, but right here, right? If they grab my feet, I have an instant response, and only good things can happen, right? Either they let go because they pulled me underneath me, or they pull me underneath me, and I just get an instant sweep. Okay. So now that we have the posture curve, now we can start talking about the intelligent things that people can do besides, maybe grabbing the feet, right? Because there's going to be other things that happen. All right, let me borrow you again. So stand up. So we're here. You notice it's either grabbing at the ankles or pushing at the shoulders is what happens, right? That's two big avenues. Here's a collar tie too. That's just a variation of getting after the top of the lever, right? We got the end of the lever here, we got end of the lever here. That's smart. So I know he's going for one or the other, right? We covered what happens if he grabs down here, right? Making him regret. If he starts pushing up top, what I don't do is say, oh, I'm just going to fight this until, right? Good posture, then grip fight. Right? This is kind of like a very universal thing. Good posture, then grip fight. Are we wrestling? Good posture, then grip fight. Right? Are we here? Good posture, then grip fight. Are we, inside the guard? Good posture, then grip fight. So while we're playing this game, I'm also grip fighting. Right? But sometimes they give me easy things like an arm drag. Right? If he just wants to sit there and grip fight, I'm just going to let him grip fight until something presents itself. Don't let people touch you. It's grappling. Seriously. You're supposed to be grappling them, not them grappling you. So every time he thinks he wants to touch me, right? Even if he grabs one of my legs, right? That disables that. I thought it was on here. I haven't a care in the world right now. Right? In fact, I'm pretty okay with this. Right, so now let's just do a brief grip fight. Okay? So the person standing, they're going to be grabbing onto stuff, they're going to be trying to touch the shoulders, all that stuff. Everything is a grip fight. Hey, now we're starting to make some intelligent moves here. We're starting to circle too. But you notice while I'm grip fighting, the other thing that I'm doing here. So we're here, he's getting like, let's say he gets something. I'm establishing frames and hooks with my hands. Right, so if he circles, very easy for me to keep my posture and go along. Circles the other way. Yeah, just keep saying grip. Yeah, right, I'm always always oriented towards it. Right, he can't easily pull me up because of the grip behind his elbow. He can't circle efficiently because I'm maintaining frame on him and I can spin very easily. Okay, so now grip fight, person on top, circle, right? And again, if your back hits the mat, or if you have to put your hand down, you lose. Okay? Notice I didn't put my hand down during any of that. That's what we want to see. Everybody got it? All right. We have hooks and frames. Kind of sounds like we're doing jiu-jitsu, doesn't it? Right? We're actually using jiu-jitsu and butterfly rather than saying, oh, well, I'll establish some other guard. Okay? So now we've made it so that the person, if they're trying to rotate around us, if they're trying to just dump us on our back, these are reasonable things unless the person has good posture and good grip fight. So now we can talk about, well, okay, what are some more intelligent things that they can do? We've taken care of the easy places. Let's talk about what a more intelligent person is going to do. Right? We're not training for unskilled people. That's like self-defense stuff. And if somebody's unskilled and tries to engage your butterfly guard, you basically just make stuff up. So let's talk about what the higher level belts are going to do. So I know that if I can't push him on his back easily, I'm going to need to use more of my body to get involved, right? So one good option is the famous old school, just I'm going to step in, drive my knee down the middle, right? Get in there. That's good. That's a real good option. So let's talk about that. Right? So when I've got somebody, don't worry. So just do a big step in, knee down the center, right? Back up. So he is trying to put me on my back. His knee engages my chest. It breaks my hip position. I'm tilting back. He's going to win that, right? I can't recover if he gets all the way in there, right? Okay. So when I've got somebody who is aggressively stepping forward, I'm getting out of the way. I can't let that knee drive up the center, right? And once I'm here, this is actually super negotiable, right? If you feel good about your single legs, get up on a single leg. Or if you got somebody that thinks they're going to dance around in front of you and like, yeah, step in, all that kind of stuff, I mean, double leg. I'm not letting go of the leg that he stepped inside, and I'm also not letting the knee point towards me, right? If he's on my center line, that's a problem. So I have to make it so that my center line is facing him and his center line isn't, right? So we're here, he steps in, right? Little roto scoot maneuver. And I'm going to rotate and scoot and hook the leg. Different angle. So we're here, he steps in, my hand's going to go down, and I end up basically facing the same direction that he is. Okay? And again, the main thing that we end up doing here is single legs, double legs, right? If he starts, I can actually hang out here. If he wants to start fighting on these grips and stuff, it's like, okay. Great, right? Or he can step in, I can play games with his belt. Grab onto his belt and then just do it. Okay, I'm getting up now. But the main thing is I have to get him off my center line. If he's putting pressure into my center line, I'm going to lose. Okay? So in the air, I'm here. We're stepping in. I'm going to scoot, do my little rotor scoot to the outside. Put my hand down to make it easy. Scoot to the outside. Now, my goal is to aim the opposite direction, right? So if I'm facing this way, I'm facing that. That's going to keep you safe. Everybody got it? All right, let's do it. So we took that intelligent action and did an intelligent counteraction, right? We got ourselves out of the way of what made that move work. Next thing we're going to talk about is the people that like to drop back into leg lock entries. All right, so I'm here. He goes, he steps back. We're going to pull them both. That's cool. Right? This is good. This is smart. So one thing, you know, even though he's going to step back for that leg lock entry, yeah, I know he's going to step back behind my leg. He's going to sit down, all that kind of stuff. Like even here, I don't really want to fight this game. Okay? So when he's here, the first thing I'm going to do is this leg's going to go down, right? If he tries to do a big back step, right, it's kind of like almost like a Tani Otoshi, right? I'm here. Yeah, he goes there. Dump him down, and then make sure I keep him down. There's nothing more annoying than doing this and then bouncing back up. So I'm going to keep on driving in. I'm going to control the hips. All right. Back up. So like really slowly, if we're here, I come around here, go back. If he wants to step back and take that leg, right? He steps back, he's going to get his arms involved on it, pull up, pull up, pull up, right? Even that's kind of a little bit awkward. Okay. What people are used to when they do that back step is somebody's here, they back step, and we're in position, right? I should not be letting this happen. He's doing something intelligent. I need to break it. Yep. So when he steps in, right, I get off that center line, right? That's fine. If he steps over it, I'm going to rehook and then focus on just off to the side. and never ever let him circle my leg. That's it. Yeah, that's a big movement there. So when I fall, I'm here, right? So I can get up to his hips. Okay. So he steps in, then we'll rotor scoop. He does a step back, you got to catch it, take him down. All right. Pretty easy, huh? It's almost like it's simple BJJ. All right. Everybody got it? All right, let's do it.